Good afternoon, everybody. This is going to be a video on a recap of opening day as well as a prediction for tonight's games. The Phillies took great care of the Braves. Bryce Harper and JT Realmuto both drew walks that led to runs, so they did have a factor in the game other than not getting hits. And then you had Maikel Franco step up with a big home run, and then talking about the Harper walk, Harper, of course, got intentionally walked. Then Hoskins hit a slammer, which pretty much at that point sealed the deal in the game. Our bullpen looked a little bit shaky yesterday, although Nearest tends to look shaky early in the season, so that wasn't much of a surprise to me. What we need to see now is if he harnesses it together. What I do love by Hector yesterday was not even in the game. If you go on Instagram or Twitter before the game, he was pumping guys up and being a team leader while they were announcing the lineup. That's a great guy to have in the locker room. That's separate, obviously, from talent and playing, but Hector has a six-splitter. He just needs to figure it out. Then, of course, the Red Sox, who are my second team, got mollywopped by the Mariners, but the Mariners also are playing very well in their first 3 games of the season. Yes, you heard that right, 3, because the 2 in Japan counted as regular season games. And yesterday, they again took good control of their offense, played very well, and got it done. And then the Mets beat the Nationals, which I predicted the Nationals yesterday in that game, really in big part because of Robinson Cano, who hit a home run, and then if I'm not mistaken, also got the single for the second run. So Robinson Cano had both of their RBIs yesterday. The Yankees, as expected, beat the Orioles. Andrew Cashner, and you look for him to bounce back because he's one of those under-the-radar pitchers that can pitch to a 3.8 to a 4 ERA that can have a decent season for you that just eats up innings. And he pitched last year. His stats were so weird. He pitched great against the AL East, who are one of the best divisions in baseball, with the Rays doing very well, the Red Sox doing very well, and the Yankees doing very well. Then he didn't pitch well against the rest of the league. So looking at those statistics means this year you should be able to bounce back and pitch well against lesser commodity teams as well as middle-of-the-road teams, and as well as, at times, bigger teams, because he did last year. It's just the Orioles didn't have a good record against the division, but obviously, if you look at his stats against the division, was not because of Andrew Cashner. The Brewers just inked by the Cardinals, and they did very well. Lorenzo Cain, if you didn't see that highlight, made a miraculous catch in center field, which sealed the deal, and that was beautiful. The Detroit Tigers inched by the Blue Jays 2-0. That was because of Christine Stewart, one of their young kids that's probably going to be a very solid player for them, either as a starter or the first man off the bench. I would say as a starter, hit a home run, which scored Nick Goodman. The Astros took care of the Rays at 5-1. That was kind of expected, even though the Rays were very good, because whenever Justin Verlander's on the mound since he went to the Astros, is not knocking the Rays at all. It's just been some other level that team plays most days, but when Verlander's on the mound, they even hit a godly level. So you have the Cubs took care of the Rangers. That wasn't even close. That was also 12-4. The Athletics beat the Angels 4-0 to get their first win in 3 tries, since they were also part of the Japan series. Good for them. The Reds beat the Pirates. Good for them as well, because they're trying to keep attendance. And one that's really good for them because they had great attendance yesterday was the San Diego Padres took care of the Giants 2-0. And then you have the Rockies took care of the Marlins 6-3. Twins took care of the Indians 2-0. D-backs got taken care of by the Dodgers 12-5. And Brad Keller pitched a good game in opening day for Kansas City, and they took care of the White Sox 5-3. He went 7 innings, giving up only 2 hits, having 5 Ks, and only 1 walk. Actually, in hindsight, he pitched better than some of baseball's best, way better than Chris Sale, and you could even argue a tad better than our own Aaron Nola. And I love me some Aaron Nola, but yesterday, Brad Keller actually has one of the best stat lines, if not the best, of any pitcher that started yesterday, other than maybe arguably Jordan Zimmerman, who pitched a perfect game into later of the game. other than him, he has what is probably the best stat line. So this has been a reaction to yesterday's games. I'm about to post the prediction to today's games. Peace out, everybody.